We are inching ever closer to the 2026 Winter and Paralympic Games in Italy, and today I'm pleased to be joined by the captain of Canada's national para ice hockey team and also a part of Team Coca-Cola, Tyler McGregor. Tyler, great to chat with you today.
You as well. Thanks for having me, Rob.
For sure. Now we're about 4 months away from the 2026 Winter Paralympics in Milano-Cortina. You're personally getting ready for your fourth games, and you've won silver the last two, bronze back in 2014. But take me all the way back. What do you remember about that first Paralympic experience in Sochi?
I remember being very immature, and I grew up in a small town in southwestern Ontario. So, I mean, to arrive at the Paralympics and to have my family there, like it was mind blowing in so many ways. Like I had to pinch myself repeatedly. I couldn't believe how big of a spectacle it was, and how truly global of an event it was, and to have all these nations and all these athletes from every corner of the globe. Like it was so phenomenal and such an incredible experience. And approaching my fourth now, like every single one I've been to has presented something different, something new, something exciting. And I think that's what makes it so special.
So I'm curious, you mentioned it being your fourth one and you have all this Paralympic experience in your back pocket. Are there still nerves going into this one when you arrive in Italy, or does it make it easier to manage it because you know what happens with everything just surrounding all of the games and everything on the ice, off the ice? You've been there before.
You know what? I think in many ways, like you have a sense of composure about certain things that I've dealt with before. The opening and closing ceremony, all the fan atmosphere and the village and whatnot. But I think there's still this nervous excitement about the competition itself, right? Like it's the Paralympic Games, and as an athlete, like that's the pinnacle. And so there's this nervous excitement about ensuring that you do everything you can to prepare and then therefore perform when it really matters most. So I think just going through that, like that always presents a little bit of nerves in a way, but as long as you're honest with yourself and your teammates and ensure that you do everything you can, I think that those nerves turn into this unreasonable confidence that we'll be ready to go when the chips are all in.
Now, you mentioned to me before we got started, you just got back from Czechia a couple of days ago from a competition, and you're obviously training year round no matter what. You're competing in world championships, of course, and other events. But what is the physical preparation like for you heading into a Paralympic year, knowing the stakes that are up for grabs here when you guys head over there?
Yeah, for us, we try to spend as much time together as possible as a team and chase as much competition as we can. Obviously, we're a decentralized team within our national team. And so we're spending, I think it's somewhere over 100 days on the road together, just trying to get as many reps as we can in. And so obviously there's a lot of on and off ice preparation that goes into that. And we're 2.5, 3 months into the start of our season now. So it's been super exciting and so enjoyable just to spend so much time together and build that chemistry. And we still got 4 months left to go, which really, like, it seems like we've snapped our fingers and we're almost halfway through those preparations. But it's going to be a great ride. And I think, being that it's my fourth games, it goes by so quick, but I'm trying to slow down where I can and really enjoy that process. Because you never know if this will be the last. I hope it's not, but
yeah, it's great perspective to have, of course. And like you said, you just want to enjoy the moment while you're in it, but you're trying to compete at the same time. So we mentioned you're part of Team Coca-Cola, and it's a Refresh Like a Champion campaign for the games. What can you tell me about the partnership and how they're helping you on this journey?
Man, it's such an honor to be a part of Team Coca-Cola. Like Coca-Cola is so iconic, and I'm so proud to be a part of the team. They've been such a long-standing supporter of the Olympic and Paralympic movements for nearly a century now. And so, I have fond memories from each games I've been to of being able to go grab a Coke while in the village, and so I'm excited to be a part of the team amongst other incredible Canadian athletes. I'm also a huge Coca-Cola fan and consumer, I would say. So looking forward to refreshing myself, and yeah, it's such an honor to be a part of Team Coca-Cola, and they've been so incredible supporting myself and other athletes and the movement as a whole.
Now, I would say there's still a lot of people in this country that aren't familiar with sledge hockey. Maybe they have a basic understanding of what it is, but I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people watching it for the first time next year when it's on TV in Italy, or maybe they're even attending the games. What can they expect from para ice hockey?
I think they can expect, and our sports continue to get better and better in terms of the speed, the skill, the physicality that's involved. And, for someone who's never seen it, like it's the same as hockey, but it's the Paralympic version where it's played by athletes with lower body impairment. So it's just played with your upper body. And so you have a left and a right stick, and you sit in a sled. And I think there's a misconception that because of that, it's a non-contact sport, but it certainly is. And so I think, like, from a physical standpoint, it's extremely challenging. And as I mentioned, like, athletes in our sport have just continued to push boundaries in terms of what we're capable of. And I think it's such a phenomenal sport, a little bit of a shock to many people seeing it for the first time, just how vicious it can be. But I'm excited to show more of the world what we can do.
Absolutely. I've seen some of those collisions that you guys have out there, and it's pretty bone crushing from time to time. Now, based on recent history, you and Team USA have a bit of a rivalry, to say the least. They got the better of you at this year's World Championships. You beat them the year prior. What are you expecting from not only the Americans, but just the other competition you'll be facing as you guys go for gold in Italy?
Yeah, in particular with the US, like, we know exactly who they are. They know exactly who we are. We play each other so much, but they're a team that's extremely fast, extremely skilled, and for us, like, we're much of the same, but we know we have to play a very Canadian brand of hockey and play very physical and eliminate their time and space. And then there's some other countries that have really made incredible improvements, Czechia, China, to name a couple, and we're just seeing such a great evolution of our sport in that more nations are getting better and better. But when we show up to the Paralympics, like, it's such a short tournament. We'll get 3 round robin games and then have a semifinal game that hopefully punches our ticket to a gold medal game. And regardless of who we're playing, I think it's important for us, and the message that we're really trying to drill home within our team is that it doesn't matter opponent, time, place, whatever it is, like, we show up and play to our identity and really be who we are. And we know if we believe in that enough and we're aligned enough on what that really is, then we're unreasonably confident that we can beat anyone in the world. And especially to be able to do that at the Paralympic Games, like, it's not going to be easy, but that's what our intentions are.
Well, we can't wait to see how you guys fare. We're wishing you nothing but the best in a few months' time in Italy. Tyler, thanks so much for joining me today. For people that want to know more about you, the team, this partnership, where can they go?
They can go to the Coca-Cola website. But yeah, I appreciate you having me, Rob. It's been an honor. I'm looking forward to the next few months and participating and competing at yet another Paralympics. And I'd encourage everyone to check out Coca-Cola's website about the other athletes and all the amazing things that Coca-Cola does to help the Olympic and Paralympic movements.
Great. Thanks so much, Tyler.
Thank you.